Welcome back to SOS. I'm Staff Sergeant Badass. Where you gonna run to, Prepper? Where you gonna run to? Where are you running? Where are you gonna bug out to? Right? I gotta redo my axe. I had to give away my axe today. Sad day. I gotta I gotta make a new one now. Oh well, it's not the end of the world yet, right? All right, so I get this comment a lot, and there's a lot of folks that have there are channels out there. There are folks out there that would believe to just sit and discredit every single thing a topic entails, like a topic of a disaster, of for it's not fear mongering, it's preparedness, it's getting yourself into that mindset, survival mindset, right? We all need it. We need some way of being able to, you have to think of things, you have to jot down potential disasters, potential to occur, right? Things out there that could possibly happen. I'm not saying an alien invasion is likely. That's not something that I talk about here, but I do talk about things that it's a possibility. It is a major possibility. And I get the whole, where are you going to bug out to? Where are you going to bug out to? You know, Bob, whoever you are, Frank, whatever your name is, where, you show up as a kitten lover, right? Whatever your name is on Google, your name is like I heart chickens or whatever it is, patty cake and me, all these weird names. I see, the familiar ones I remember, the ones I see every day. The ones that I see every day. It's usually somebody I've never seen before that makes some crazy comment like, "Where are you going to run to? Where are you going to go? Where are you going to bug out to?" It's a good question. Where are you going to bug out to? Oh, these folks will say things like, "We're already in the mountains, and if you come up here, we're going to shoot you dead." That's probably right. For a lot of you out there, there are communities out there. There are folks that live in the sticks. And if you go there unannounced, of course, that type of thing will happen. It'll be tragic. They will take your gear, they will take your stuff, and leave you there, naked and afraid. Or not even afraid, right? We know, a lot of us play out those scenarios in our heads. That could happen to us. That's a possibility. Well, what if no one could run? What if none of us could run? What if and I come up with all sorts of strategies, military strategies for taking over countries. There's so many countries out there, and I just talked about this in a podcast, that there are so many countries out there like Iran and Korea, and you've got Russia. All these folks, they sit up late at night chugging coffee at a round or square table in a dark room or lit up room. I don't care. But they sit there chugging coffee, speaking in Sputnik, and coming up with some sort of technique to take over take over a country because they want world domination. They want world domination. That's what they want. They want to have total control of each individual. That's just the way of the world. That is what is set in stone. It's going to happen. It's just it's not even that. I don't even think that's just a possibility. I think that's actually something that will eventually happen over time. Someone's going to develop a weapon or a machine that probably floats in outer space somewhere and can pinpoint any of us at any time. They already have all this technology. If you can go to a grocery store, like I've said before, if you can go to a grocery store and you normally shop and you buy a DiGiorno's pizza, it knows you like, from your purchases and your little phone apps and doodads, over time, they are going to have everyone on a system where they already know that you like DiGiorno pepperoni pizzas. And they already know that's what you like. And you're going to get too busy. And then there's going to be a unique app available on your Google Dial setting in your home, where you can say, "Hey, what's the name of this one going to be? Siri? No, it's going to be somebody else, right? Hey, Janet, whatever you want to name them, uh, whatever you want to name them. Hey, Mr. Cheeseburger, send me some food, right?" And they're going to put your order together and they're going to send it to your home. Just like smart cars are going to drive themselves. All this stuff's going to happen. Technology is already there. They have lasers, we have rail guns. You look it up for yourself. Do a little research for yourself and see some of these things. They have heat, radiation guns. Look at the Operation Hot Musket, right? What they were talking about. I laid that all out on Patreon of actually what that's all about. But the thing is, there's all this technology, and where are you going to run to? You should stay there and fight, tough guy. Yeah, y'all be here fighting. But if you look at military strategies, the way most folks, when they do these sort of doomsday scenarios, they discuss how people are just going to come running up onto our beaches and take over our country. That is not going to happen. It'll be like attacking a hornet's nest. There's a gun behind every blade of grass. There's no way that's ever going to happen. They can't attack our Navy. It's just impossible. We have allies. That's not happening. Nuclear weapons are out of the question. Dog fights dropping from the sky, paratrooping people in. It's just not something that's on the table. They have looked much further than that. I'm talking outer space. And if I sound crazy, then go ahead and list me as crazy, because it's possible. All of it is possible. And if you think for a minute that nuclear war is probably something that could happen, it is. But once China hits the button, the smiley face button, with it's red and angry looking, whenever they turn the keys and punch in the codes, I guarantee you, once they attack us, we attack them, and nuclear fallout, radiation and nuclear fallout is going to go all over, sweeping the world, because 2 countries decided to nuke themselves. Other countries will retaliate as well. There's going to be a lot of chaos because someone decided to go ahead and do that. There's 3 nuclear powers. There's 3 nuclear countries that actually have enough arsenal nuclear weapons to kill this planet 100 times over. So I think with what's keeping them in check is that mutual ensured destruction of the chaos that comes afterwards. I believe it's just me taking a log of my thoughts. I believe it's going to come from space. There could be a station, it could be some sort of warhead that's designed to be pinpoint accurate and land, set off an EMP trigger, shut down communications, and shut down everything on this in our area. Say they attack us, they shut everything down, and then they'll come in with ground troops. That's how I see it. I mean, you got to think a little bit more. You got to put a little bit more military strategies into these things, because that's where things are headed as far as how I see it. It gets a little bit more sophisticated than let's pretend we're playing out the roles of Red Dawn. It's going to be a lot worse than that. But that's my thought. That's my take. Tell me what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. I don't normally say that. God bless you guys. Take care.